You guys are now the first interview on LeakyNews.com, the brand new LeakyNews.com.
Hey, that's cool.
And
because you were actually our first interview that we ever did for StarKid.
that's right. 2 years ago.
Yeah, I just remembered that.
When we hopped on Skype, we were in the middle of tour for Pottercast when you guys showed up out of nowhere, and we had to stop in Austin, literally got out of the car and ran into a friend's house in Austin. Not really, we were staying there, but grabbed you guys for an interview. And back then it was, you know, you guys screwing around in your apartment in LA, Nick and Brian and Darren singing Ranger Danger. And now 2 years later, you guys have taken over the world and are threatening nearby solar systems. Is this right?
That's right. Yeah.
In addition to screwing around in our apartments in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay. Never let the screws.
Are going into space on tour. We plan to hit. I don't know. I was just gonna make some space jokes. Let's just keep going.
Those are my favorite.
Were you trying to think of the planets and it wasn't happening?
I was gonna say Mars, but then, I was gonna say Mars. But
Good joke, Brian.
yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do from there?
I'm not good.
Well,
We're
so
not gonna get to Jupiter.
when we first ever talked to you guys for Leaky, you had just begun. It was a big hit, but it was still a big hit at that time. Was what, 50,000 views, something like that?
Yeah. I think that when we talked to you, it was like probably after that first week or so, and maybe had 100,000 views in that first week or about.
And now, how many views has the YouTube channel gotten?
The YouTube channel's at 98 million views.
Sorry, excuse me. 98 million views.
Yeah.
In 2 years.
Give or take a million.
Give or take a million. A percentage of, a 1% differential. It's about right, Joe.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. So it's not just 98 million views. You guys have launched a fandom of your own, a following, and a pretty intense one at that. Yeah.
I would never say that we launched it. They launched it all their own. But yeah, we do. We've got a lot of great fans out there who are avid fans.
Yeah. In 2 years, you guys have produced 2 more musicals.
Yeah.
Done a sellout show at Leaky.
Yes.
Done a tour with Digitor, correct? And how many cities did you guys hit for that tour?
Only 2.
Yeah, we only did 2 cities for Digi.
It was so fun.
Is that what spawned, like, hey, we should do this more?
It gave us a little taste, that's for sure.
It gave us some confidence, I think, in doing that sort of thing as well, like a concert sort of style, like treating our shows like they could be concerts, I guess, as well, and then we did LeakyCon. That was even more the case of like giving us like, wow, this is a fun experience for us that we would like to do again. And so that's sort of what the Space Tour is about, and it's designed to include all of our shows. So you'll hear songs from Starship as well.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you guys mostly. What's going to be in it? What can people expect that's either the same or different than they have heard in previous shows?
Well,
there's actually music from everything.
Yeah, every show
we've done. So that's pretty entertaining because we just started rehearsing and we're kind of digging up songs that even I haven't heard for a year. It's a lot of fun. So.
Can you tell us what songs?
Hey, Melissa. Hey. Now we want to. It's like you'll hear all the songs you love. But the thing is, we're not. What's interesting about it is we're not coming in like the normal 30 people that we always bring everywhere whenever we do a StarKid event, So you'll hear different people sing the songs and a few different arrangements and stuff, and it'll be exciting. I think it'll be good, a nice variety at least.
Yeah, our music director, who has played piano with us in the past, but he's like
been kind of rearranging some of the songs slightly. So the sound is just like really tight actually right now. It's cool to see kind of certain harmonies pop out, and I think it'll be fun for people to hear the songs just a little different, but supercharged.
Is it AJ or is it somebody different?
It's this guy. Clark. His name's Cool Clark.
Mm-hmm.
His name's actually Clark Backstresser, but we call him Cool Clark.
I thought it would be rude to say, is his name really cool? But I'm glad it was a joke.
It is.
It is a joke. But he's about the coolest guy you could ever meet.
And his name is cool. I mean, Clark Backstresser is like a cool name, especially if you write it out.
That's the yeah. I was gonna say that's just the identity he adopted to fit into normal society.
Yeah.
Like Superman.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it says Clark Kent.
So he's super cool. He's going to be playing the band as well, and he's great. Everyone's great.
You guys driving it?
Yeah.
We're busing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a little LeakyCon for you. How many StarKids can you fit in a van?
Yeah, that is the question, isn't it?
Let me give you a little tip from previous podcast tours. You're going to hate each other a little bit by the end.
Oh, no.
Well, we already do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we hate each other now.
Is the hate compounded exponentially?
Yes.
Or does it
Yes.
blossom into love?
It compounds. Once it starts, then just hope that it starts past the halfway point.
Okay.
Because by the end, you'll be like, I've got no.
What happens after tour? You
forget it. There's like a blackout period. You forget everything that was bad.
Well aware of the blackout period. Yeah.
Nice.
What is that supposed to mean?
Shit, he remembers.
I just like sitting and watching you
I
guys.
think that'll be fine because we're gonna bring Beatles Rock Band on at least my bus.
Yeah.
So
Your bus, Joe. You have a bus.
yeah.
Your own bus.
His own bus.
It's got a Joe Walker wrap around on the outside.
Yeah.
The windshield is his two eyes, and then the grill is his mouth.
It's like
Joe
Steve McQueen, but it's just my face.
Is
Like-
Modern Family style? Let me entertain you with the phone number on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea, though.
A good time.
Hey, talk about sponsorship.
I've been wasting my time writing my phone number and all these
Napkins at the
around
bars.
It's all about the time saving on the space tour. But tell me, you guys, the tickets sold out in I don't know, like a second.
But yeah, they did go pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was New York and Chicago sold out in about a minute.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, I mean, what you guys went from college kids screwing around and throwing stuff on the internet to your tickets are being scalped. They're on eBay for like $200 now.
Yeah.
That
sucks. Actually, let's just take this opportunity to say that we're not charging $200. So if you see a ticket that's $200, there's a third party that's making a huge profit on that. So if you don't want to buy them, it's no sweat off our back.
Yeah. And buying them on like a third-party website like StubHub or something is basically just like scalpers. Like we have nothing to do with, StubHub or any of the third-party vendors.
Yeah.
So
we're hoping that if we can tell the fans, like, don't buy those tickets at those high prices, if no one buys them at that, then those people are going to be forced to drop them. So hopefully closer to the show, yes, you're still going through a scalper, but at least then you could hopefully buy it for closer to the real price and not $200, which is ridiculous.
yeah. It's kind of insane, though, to think that this is now the position you find yourself in, like.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is surreal. I think that since we're sort of just in the plant, we're still like in the pre-production stages of this, the surreality hasn't set in yet, or reality hasn't set in yet, however you would like to look at it. I think once we get to Ann Arbor on November 4th, I think that's when it'll finally hit us that we're doing this tour,
Now, when you say pre-production, what exactly is going into the production of this thing?
Well, we're rehearsing. We sing at least one song every day. We're trying to make it a show that has its own merit. Something that can stand on its own. And though it's not a show that has that it's not a play. It's not like what we normally do. and it's songs from all the plays that you've seen before. We want it to still feel like its own thing.
How do you see? I'm trying to get. How does one accomplish those things, Brian?
I feel like you and I are playing a game of chess right now, Melissa.
just maybe a time. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just curious.
Okay, fog machines.
Yes.
Yeah, we can talk about technical stuff. Right?
Lasers.
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 Bubbles.
Lasers.
Tasers, bubbles.